All right, YouTube. Season greetings and salutations to everybody. I hope everybody have a better 2021, and we can say farewell to this horrific 2020. Because ever since Kobe Bryant's passing, 2020 has went down, in my opinion, has been the worst year I can ever think of. But we can't count out chickens before they hatch. So hopefully we have a better 2021. With that basically being said, I give no apologies for having my own opinions, being opinionated, and speaking my truth and how I feel about things. Because the last video I did, I think a day or two ago, I basically just expressed myself on how I felt about certain things and stuff. And the thing that a lot of people happen to have a nasty issue with is not allowing people to be them, and or getting mad at people for being opinionated and having their own thoughts on things. And I think that people should be able to still love, like, and respect people without, saying, how you say, I don't know the saying, but without being nasty or mean to them, And I think that's the problem. People just think that, oh, because we don't agree, I have to hate you or dislike you or whatever. And I think that's childish, idiotic, and moronic. Same thing. But I'm the kind of person that I can ditch in what I ditch out, and I can ditch out what I ditch in. But I'm a different person. That's why I'm so disliked up here. And it's funny how I've been up here for over 10 years, and I should have just as much, if not more, subs, more views, more thumbs up, more people liking me, and more of everything than mass majority of anybody else up here. But because I don't follow the crowd, do childish, idiotic, stupid gimmicks, and all this other jibber jabber, I'm disliked. And of course, the thumbs down and the trolls gonna come. So before they even start, yes, I had this on the same day I did the what you call. But let me tell you something. I have just a washing machine and dryer. I have two. So I decided to wear this because to me, this is what started off the video gaming industry to where the video gaming industry is. Not Atari, not Coleco, not Vatrax, but the original 1985 NES, Nintendo Entertainment Master System. Well, Entertainment System. And a Master System too. But this is what started out, and I decided to wear it again. So if I decide to do that, it's my prerogative. But for those out there who want to troll, and you're gonna get those out there who want to give thumbs down, try to say something negative or whatever. They're gonna try to bring that up. So just so you say, no, I don't have two of these. I have one. But so what? I wash it, and if I decide to sleep in it for 3 days, that's still my prerogative anyway. But that's not the case. Outside of that, I just want to talk to you guys about some stuff. I mean, a lot of stuff. So this is gonna be a long video. This is my third time attempting this video because I had some phone interruptions, and I paused. I don't know how, but I think by accident I paused my mouse, and I was talking about some decent stuff for like 15 minutes, and then by the time I looked down at the time, I said, "Wait a minute, I don't think the time was right." And then I realized that the time wasn't moving, so I did it over. Then as I did it over, once I got into 36 minutes of it, I was showing something that I got from my boy Vinny, who gave me something for free, and I screwed up because it touched my mouse, and that automatically stopped the video. So now I'm doing the video all over again. So this is my third attempt at this video. It is nerve-wracking because I started this video at around just around 11, and it's already 1:40. And as you can see, three bottles. Well, two, excuse me, and I'm on my third. When you talk a lot, you gotta drink a lot. So please give me thumbs ups, likes, please sub, and please leave good, positive comments. Please leave all negativity alone. There's too much negativity in this world. That's why the world is ran the way it is, because people like that kind of stuff. They love drama and like it. It's funny because me and my cousin had this conversation, I don't know how many times over the last couple of course of years. And he said, yo, if I kept my mics on 007 channel, I would have probably hundreds of thousands of subs and video likes and stuff right now. And I believe him. Because people out there, the reason why all these reality shows like Love of Hip Hop and all this jibber jabber, Moray, Porvich, whatever his name is, Jerry Springer, I never liked to watch that show, and Steve Wilkos. The reason why stuff like that is out here, because people love drama. It's easy. People don't understand how much easier it is to respect, like, and love an individual, and how much more it takes out your soul to hate and be just a distasteful follower. But people love doing that because they feel it's easier. And hey, they can be bought at a bandwagon. Like for instance, during the ice challenge bucket, I don't even know how that started. People, you know, I'm not into trends and that kind of stuff. Everybody wanted me to do it. I refused. I was like, nah, I'm not doing it because it's part of a trend. I'm not into that stuff. I'm not gonna do something just because everybody else is doing it. So I was different from everybody else, and I had people who challenged me, and my mom and everybody thought I should do it. And I was like, no, y'all know me better than that. I'm not gonna do something just because somebody asked me to, and it's part of a trend. I do things because I want to do it, and it's something I believe in. I don't believe in just running around. What's the big deal about sitting there and throwing ice water over myself and then challenge somebody else? That's no different to me than somebody going out there being a Unabomber or part of a cell or something like that. That's exactly what it is, at least in my opinion. And again, like I said, my opinion means a lot to me. I don't care what people think. As long as I care about what I think and how I am, that's all I care about. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, moving on. So I'm going to just try to break into this because the more I keep talking about this stuff over and over again, the more I'm just discouraged to do this video. It's ironic because I always get these videos right, and then I'll look at the videos and I say 99.95% of the time, I delete all my videos. Because if that's the case, I'll probably have like 700 and something videos up here. And I don't because I decide not to show them. And this is a video I want to put up. And it's funny because my video that I just put up prior to this one, it went through smooth selling. And now this one, I'm just trying to be positive about it, and it's not happening. Hold on a second. I got somebody else on Facebook Marketplace here now. I don't know. I get so many people up here who want to buy stuff, and then I tell them, if you're gonna leave an offer, please leave reasonable offers. And if I got something for $275 or $250, they think $150 is reasonable. So I say what I say, and I just basically block them because I don't have time for nonsense. So let's see here. Oh, this is just eBay. I mean, Facebook Marketplace tell me what I should do to boost something up. I don't need your damn help. So what happens is, like, I had this one person earlier. I have the Monster High and Bratz. I'm selling everything, the whole collection. I'm selling all of what I have, and I'm only asking $250. Now, 7 items is worth that. I have a lot of Monster High stuff and Bratz. Now everybody know Brat dolls loose go for anywhere from $5 to $65 depending on the Brat doll, and I got a nice amount of this stuff. I'm only asking $250. This guy or girl, whoever they are, they decided to put $150. So I said, listen, I'm nobody's crackhead. I come up here to make money. I don't come up here to make friends, and at the same time, that's not what you consider a reasonable offer. You're going over $100 less. There's nothing reasonable about that. And I said, listen, have a great holiday and goodbye. And I wrote that, and then I blocked the person. That's what I do. People do stuff like that. I say what I say. I try to be respectful about it because I want to go back into Facebook jail. And I just block them. So that way we don't go back and forth. Because I know some of y'all might say, yeah, but that's an offer. No. I put reasonable offer. $100 less than what somebody's asking is not a reasonable offer. That, to me, I think that's a disrespect. Reasonable offer is, okay, you say $250, I say $200. That's reasonable. $25 to maybe $50 under. You don't go from $250 to $150. That's a big craziness. And then I already know 90% of these people are going to resell this stuff. And I don't care what stuff costs or where it's going from. That's crazy. Speaking of that, since I'm on Facebook, I'm going to start this video with this. That makes more sense. Now, since the pandemic, I sold off all my stuff. Oh, snap. This water's leaking out. What the hell? Oh, it must have got punctured. Damn. All right, let me turn it this way. Oh, even worse. Shit, let me drink. Excuse me a second. Sorry about that animalistic behavior. But I got water over here, and I can't afford the water. My shoulder. I had shoulder surgery done 2 weeks ago, and my shoulder still isn't right, and it hurts. But I didn't realize that it was leaking water like this, and I had that thing from the crazy glue. Oh man. See what I'm saying? It's like for some reason it's like something don't want me to make this video. You know, like something's always stopping me. This is like my fourth. This is gonna be my fourth time. And I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be the last time. If something interrupt me now, I am not gonna do this video. This don't make no damn sense. Like, and this is what I was just saying. Like, this is my third attempt. No, one. Yeah, this is my third attempt, and I'm going to say I'm not making a fourth. So if this don't prove it, I don't know what does. This makes no sense, y'all. I have water here, and I guess I slid the water down, and it got, and I guess this little thing hit it from the crazy glue. The crazy glue little. Anyway, whatever. So on Facebook, I you know, ever since the pandemic, I've been buying toys, everything, for a long time, from the whole summer, accumulating everything, waiting for Christmas. Christmas done went and gone. I didn't get a chance to sell the stuff the way I wanted to sell it, and it is what it is. So I can always come out and sell stuff when it gets warmer, and I'll probably make a lot of money off of it. But I decided to try to sell the stuff through Facebook Marketplace. Haven't been that successful. I have a lot of people asking and trying to offer stupid prices. Some people think they're funny and cute, and it's not. So I have to keep wording stuff and rewriting and redoing this and that, and then I have to be very straight up. But then when you do that, people think you're rude and this and that. So I rather people think I'm rude and avoid me than to get on my nerves and make these idiotic offers. Now, anyway, to move on, I had a guy. Now I had two different toy lines, and I sold them together. They both were in their own individual bin, so it was two bins of it. One bin of this, one bin of that. Now I had 1990s animated Batman, Superman, and the Justice League America line in one, and then I had the 1990s Toy Biz Marvel line in the other. So I was selling both bins, both lines for $3.50, which was incredibly cheap. And I also had like 3 bins of Transformer parts, mainly modern, nothing G1 or G2, all basically modern stuff and a lot of parts. Same thing, selling that for $350, which is extremely cheap. Almost 200 figures or 200 Transformers, almost. So then I had a Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. I had 2 big bins of that. And the water got all the way over here, Jesus. So it was 2 bins of that, and that was $4.25, which is extremely cheap. Because there are some Jurassic World and Jurassic Park dinosaurs that are like $70 to $200 a dinosaur. So make a long story short, the guy contacted me for 3 days. The 3rd day, he said, listen, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, listen, I'm not showing no more pictures. I think the pictures I showed and I put up were decent enough. So he said, can we talk? So I called him and we were talking. And he said, well, you know, I just want to know because I'm coming 3 hours away. So when he said he's coming 3 hours away, I felt bad. So I was like, all right, for you, I'm going to just go ahead and do that because I prefer you to stay home. Because I was going to the flea market the next day anyway. So I was like, I prefer you to stay home than not come out and spend 3 hours driving this late at night just to come, and it might be stuff you might not be that. And he said, no, I want the stuff anyway, but da-da-da-da. So he was basically telling me, and so we video chatted each other, and a lot of dinosaurs that were like $60 to $150 each. He said, "Oh, this one is $100." But I only wanted $4.25 for it. Now I could have been a creep. I'm not like that. The price I put is the price I put. So he said, "I'm coming anyway. You sure you don't want to go?" I said, "Nah, man. That's the price I asked. That's the price I wanted. I don't care what they go for, what you asking, or what you're gonna do with it." And he showed me all his stuff, and he collects it. And I said, "Well, that's good." But I said, at the end of the day, I don't do that. I don't do stuff like that. So he drove the 3 hours, and he was interested in the Transformer lot, which is $3.50 for 3 bins of Transformers and Transformer parts, all modern stuff, like Cybertron and like all types of different stuff. And same thing with the 2 bins of the Marvel the Marvel 1990 Marvel stuff and the 1990 animated DC stuff. So, and he picked a couple of loose pop figures, a couple of wrestlers, and some other stuff. You know, a little bit of tricky stuff that wasn't really. I wouldn't have wanted to sell. I know I couldn't really ask much for the stuff that he had because I saw myself selling everything in bulk because I thought it'd be better than to try to sell it individually. So he offered me $450. Well, we worked on $450 in cash. First thing he came in with was Atari 2600, which was this in the box. Now, his came in this box. And I was laughing. I was like, "What am I gonna do with Atari 2600?" I mean, it's funny because I actually needed the same CX 2600A model. I needed just the system because I got a better box with the inserts from a guy named Kevin. Now, Kevin, I actually sold all my video game stuff to him back in late 19. I mean, back in late 19, back in late 2019. Jesus, and right before it turned 2020, and he gave me a great price for everything. All I kept was my Nintendo stuff. And ever since I got back into this, now all the video game stuff I start collecting again because all this stuff was thrown in my face, but in a positive way. After everything opened up from the pandemic, everything was so cheap and a lot of video game stuff was coming out. I wasn't gonna not take this stuff. So instead of selling this stuff, I decided to get back into collecting everything anyway. Back again because again this stuff was coming out cheap, and for like the first month and a half of everything opening up from November. I mean, from late April, well, really May to early June, everybody was selling stuff. I mean, all thrift shops were doing 50% off for every day, 50%, 50%. And it was coming out with stuff, and the stuff was priced cheap. Now the prices start going up again gradually ever since everything came back to normal. Then they start going back to their normal hours, normal prices. And I got my damn whiskers, my beard is going into my nose, and it's irritating my nose like. And that's why you guys see me doing that. So excuse me for that. And oh man. Man, it feels like I got nose hairs coming out, but it's not. It's my beard. I'm sorry. So anyhow, Kevin, he sold me well, the last time I sold the flea market was the same day my car got towed, and I still need a timing chain, so my car's still sitting in the back of the garage right now. I forgot what day in November it was. I think it was like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. It was like in the teens. So anyhow, I sold him all the toys I had because it was a terrible day selling at the market. And I said, listen, he took all the toys, and I got a surprising price. I was shocked with what he gave me. So the same day I actually got the box for this, a better box with the inserts. Only thing was missing was the system. So he gave me Atari, but I had to buy all three. So he gave me the Atari 2600 box. Show you this one too. I got stuff everywhere to show y'all. Pulling at my shoulder. I just had shoulder surgery 2 weeks ago, so reaching and grabbing is kind of hard for me. And then this box, empty, no insert, no nothing. So he wanted $50, and he wasn't selling He said, if you want it, you gotta take all the boxes. And I said, all right. So it's these two boxes and a box I needed, which was the black GameCube box. And the black GameCube box came with the inserts and everything. So I thought that box was worth it anyway. So I basically paid $50 for all three. So basically I got them for free because even though he got two stores, he got a toy store and he got a video game store right next to each other inside of Springfield, New Jersey. Well, inside of the Columbus flea market in Springfield, New Jersey. And so he gave me all the cash for the stuff I had, and then I went next door with him. He brought up these three boxes, and I gave him $50 back in cash. So it's like I got them for free, which is ironic. And again, the guy who I was just talking about, he came with this, and I said, listen, I can get these in the flea market all day with mad games for $10 to $20, and nobody buys them, and nobody really wants them. And he said, yeah, I can kind of dig that. So his is actually in here, and this is his box. So the first thing he brought in was that, and I was like, I hope you don't think I'm gonna take off 100 or even 40, even 30 or $40 off of this deal. So at first the deal was $425 for the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World stuff. That's what he came for. So when he came to my house, he got overwhelmed with me having over 120 bins full of stuff. I have everything from Barbies to American Girl dolls to My Little Pony, Littlest Pet Shop, Monster High, Bratz, LOL dolls, other girl dolls, like Pretty Ballerina, what's the other one? Like all of them, a lot of different that stuff from the early 90s. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, modern and vintage, but the vintage stuff I'm keeping. all types of action figures, McFarlane. I mean, I got all that shit in the basement. All I'm missing out there, only thing I'm missing in the basement is Hot Toys and Sideshow. That's it. That's how much stuff I got in the basement. So he was interested in those three for now because he said his money was kind of like whatever. And it was, so he came in and his son went back out and I'm like, what else are people coming in with? And I was like, listen, you got anything else that you want to talk about? So he started laughing. So his son comes in and he said, you got this? He figured out I collect toys and stuff. So he brings in a NECA 2-pack, the Turtles. Now I already got the 2-packs that come with Leonardo, Michelangelo, Raphael, Donatello, or I think it's my whatever the hell it is. But anyway, got those, and then I got the one that come with Shredder and Krang. So they come in with the one, not the one that come with Roadkill, Rodney, but the other one. It comes with like I don't know what he is. He's like a I don't know, some kind of rhino or whatever the hell. I can't remember his name. But he's like yellow. And then the other guy I think is gray. It's like a 2-pack, and he said they sell for like $100, $120. I know they're expensive because I look at YouTube videos and I see a lot of people who toy hunt and they say prices or whatever they pay for this and that. And unfortunately, some people out here had to pay over retail for them. So I knew. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Now I know I have all 4 of the Turtles. I just didn't remember that I had another one up there. He said, well, they go for 100 to 120. And I said, well, listen, you got to understand something. You want to do a deal, I'll give you, whatever we do, I'm going to give you retail on this stuff. Because at the end of the day, I can sell my stuff. And if you go buy what stuff sell on eBay, then I have to individually take everything you want out. And we have to go that route. So he's like, no. Then, okay, we could do that. So he agreed on that because it made more sense. Because if that's the case, then I already know just it is what it is. I already know we do that. Then just what he want with Jurassic Park would be crazy then. And then I might just decide to be a prick and say, okay, well, now this is what I want for this. So he's like, okay, so what are we gonna do in this? And I said, well, listen, I'm not doing no better. I said all the Transformer stuff, even though some of it are parts, $350 is extremely cheap. He said, yeah, you're right. He said it's definitely cheap. White guy from Central PA, and said the same thing about the Toy Biz Marvel and the Kenner animated DC stuff. And I said my prices are ridiculously cheap, and it is normally like a no-brainer for anybody who knows what I'm selling and say, okay, I see what he got, and all right, yeah, stuff is great. But the problem with people is they want to get over on you. So anyway, he worked the deal out. Then he says, all right, I'll be right back. And I said, oh my God, what else he coming with him? Because he was talking about the PlayStation 5 and stuff. And I said, well, I'm going to get one, but I know there's a lot of defects with their network and this and the third. So I'm not really worried right now. I said, I'll get a PS5 and a new Xbox when I'm ready. But I was telling him, I said, I'm shocked at the Xbox it's like a PS5 now. Because I was like, yo, I was really under the impression that I was going to get at least an Xbox. Because when the Xbox 360 came out and the Xbox One, those were almost everywhere. You know what I mean? And he's like, nah. And I said, nah, you're right. Nah is right, because it really wasn't like, this time around, that system was just like, you couldn't find it. It was just as hard to find as a PS5. So we was talking, and I wasn't even thinking that, all right, he's gonna come up with a PS5 or Xbox system, because he did tell me he had 2 of PS5s and he was gonna sell one of this and that. So I'm like, yeah, you can do whatever. But I wasn't thinking like that. So he comes in, and I said, you scumbucket mother effer. And him and his son both started laughing. And I was like, man, you ain't gonna make this shit easy for me. What he comes in with? A brand new PS5 sealed in a box. So I'm like, oh man. So it was either I was gonna take the $425 in cash just for the Jurassic Park stuff, or I was gonna make a deal with the other stuff too. Now mind you, I probably have about maybe $5,000-$6,000 in everything in that basement. And if you think about how many times I've gotten video game stuff and other toys and Lego stuff that I've already sold and recuperated, so all that money just kept going right back into the collection of stuff I have in the basement. So I haven't been coming out of my pocket. I've just been spending everything reback. I mean, I haven't been saving anything, but I've been putting stuff reback, better versions of the stuff. I mean, of course, I don't have any equity to show for it, but it's just, everything's just been taking care of itself. My money's been taking care of what my money's taking care of, and this stuff everything's been going right back in, because I get overwhelmed. I see so much stuff, I don't want to leave it or let anybody else get to it. So that's how I got the amount of stuff I had. So it didn't cost me anything. So when you think about you know, 7 bins of toys, and you break it down to 350 and 350 at 700, and then 425, making that $1,125. Now his that 2-pack turtlenecker thing was $50. Let's say $56 in tax. So 56 minus 425. I mean 1125. And then you take in consideration, I say a $40 Atari. You're already at $96 off. So now we're basically at 1,000. We're basically at what? Just a little over $1,000. Now the PS5 after taxes is gonna be like $540 something dollars. So you minus that, so now we're at just around $400, right? Now the little bit of trinket stuff he took, like a couple of loose WW wrestling, I mean WW figures, wrestling figures, couple of pop figures and some other little figures here and there that it wasn't gonna be missed from my collection of stuff anyway. Now mind you, I buy bags of stuff and I get like anywhere from 3 to maybe 6 or 7 items per bag for like under $8. So all that stuff accumulated. I mean, I probably got everything he brought and everything he took from me. I probably got no more than $450 into it, and that's on the high end. That's just second guessing high end. And just for that PS5 alone was a steal. You know what I'm saying? So when you think about it, it worked out better for me. He's happy with it, and I'm happy with it. You know what I mean? I don't know what I'm pretty sure he paid retail for the PS5, even though people are selling it for twice that much. But he still paid $500 plus for the PS5, and everything that he got combined, everything cost me less than what he paid for the PS5. Not to mention, I still got that NECA turtle thing out of it. The Atari, I look at it as like free, because that to me that's worth nothing. And then the fact that he gave me $400 and $450. And yeah, so I got a PS5, brand new sealed in the box, and the stuff for the stuff I mentioned. So that was good. And I was gonna show the box of the PS5. I said, you know what? Let me come back up here since I messed up my videos and show you guys, because there's always gonna be trolls out there and the thumbs down crew that's gonna be like, oh yeah, you probably just got the box from somewhere. Now you acting like you do. One thing about me, you may not like me, you may not agree with everything or anything or some things I say, but nobody can never catch me in a lie. For over 10 years, I've been up here on YouTube. Everything I said was always 100% true. Never no fiction behind any of it. And just to prove that, because some people are gonna hate this even more. First thing I gotta say is this is beautiful. This PlayStation 5 controller, I do like it. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Elite Xbox One controller. I mean, Sony definitely went out the ballpark with this. They made the controller slightly different, and it's more like an Xbox gaming controller, which is ironic considering that a lot of hypocrites always talk about how they dislike Xbox. And Xbox is more geared toward gamers because Xbox is more on Microsoft and is more for gamers. And people always talk about how they like the PlayStation controllers better. I always like the Xbox 360 and the Xbox controllers better because I'm a PC gamer. And it's ironic how now, people always talking about how great the Sony's controllers are, but knock on wood, now they're taking of what the gaming controllers are. So that just goes to show how hypocritical people are. And some people might say, oh yeah, so yeah, the big deal. You probably pay what, $70 for a PS5 controller? There are a lot of haters out there. So let me just shut you guys up right now. Because haters gonna always hate. Like I said, my right shoulder's messed up. So for a lot of you haters out there and doubters, because a lot of you out there lie so much that you think it's normal for other people to lie just like you do. So for those out there who want to hate, and you're gonna be thumbs down crews, but I'm a straightforward person. This thing is heavy. To me, it looks like a big huge router. The design they came up with this, and the design for the Xbox, I don't really like either design, to be honest. I mean, I do like this a lot more than the Xbox. I think the Xbox looks too plain. I mean, it's boxy and clunky looking. And I do think this looked a lot more sexier than the Xbox. I give it that. Um, but again, just to show you guys. So that's just to shut the haters and the trolls up. And some people are gonna hate me and give me even more thumbs downs now because I had stuff to trade in while you guys are still waiting in line and still walking around to my hey, do you have a PS5 right now? I got one for free. I can't lift this up. Not to be like haha, but hey, it is what it is. So that's basically with that. And so I basically showed you what I got and how I got this, that, and third. So like I said, with that the CXA 2600 model, I basically just took the box I got from Kevin and I put this guy's Atari in that one, and I switched the serial numbers around on the boxes, so I could put the right serial number with the right boxes. So moving on from that, let me show you guys this first. This stuff I have gotten thrifting. I think I got this stuff from Second Avenue. So we have about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 8 PS2 titles and 2 Wii games. So basically we got 10 games here. These all came from Second Avenue most likely. From top to bottom, we have the Greatest Hits PS2, James Bond, 007, Agent Under Fire. I probably do have this game, but so what? Then I have here the Dukes of Hazzard, the Return of the General Lee. That game I got from Tony. Tony sold me that game for $10. It's kind of an expensive game, and I'm sorry my nose hairs. Not my nose hairs. My beard is just going up in there, and it's just irritating. Then for the PS2, I have Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, GTA 3, God of War. Is that 2 or yeah, God of War 2. Then we have Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2, Jackass the game. That's like a $25 to $35 game. I paid $2 for that, like everything else except for the General Lee. Metal Gear Solid 3 Substance, and then for the Wii we have Hot Wheels Beat That, which was that actually came from Red, White, and Blue, and I think that was $2.99, but it's a $15 game sold on eBay, so I got it. And then Avatar: The Last Airbender, The Burning Earth. That's a game I got. It was only $2, and I was like, you know what? I'll go home and look at the gameplay and see if it's worth keeping to add to my collection. And this is really irritating me. And I just realized I think I have the same game. Oh, okay. One is for the... Okay, it's Avatar: The Last Airbender, and the other one is Burning Earth. So I got one for the PS2. And as a matter of fact, I'll show you this. Then here we got 2 Xbox 360, 2 PS2, and 1 Wii. And these came from Red, White, and Blue this past Christmas Eve. My boy Vinny Vu, the Filipino brother, came pick me up and took me out to Red, White, and Blue, and that's how I got this stuff. Including some toys that's down in the basement. These are all $1.99, which is basically Second Avenue prices except for the Wii Super Mario Brothers. That was $5. Picked it up. I was like, you know, it's a $10. It's easy a $10, $15 game. So for $5, I can at least get 10 for it, and somebody else can sell it with a system and get more money. Well, I'm here. Let me just take off the price now, because if I don't take off the price now, I ain't going to take off the price. I'm going to forget. And it's funny because normally the prices are a lot more, but I guess for some reason everybody was right. The people in the multimedia section and toy section was actually selling stuff a little cheaper than what they normally do. I guess they did it for Christmas Eve. I don't know. I don't care. I'm just happy they did it. Then these I just decided to get because I do come across NCAA 08, 09 a lot, and 10. So I said, you know what, I'm going to get them. So these are $2 each. I got NCAA football 2012 and 11. 14 came out twice. I think 14 came out twice in Red, White, and Blue. And both times I wasn't there. One, like the beginning of this COVID craziness. And then 2, I think, within a month or 2 ago. And I do try to get these. I do try to get them. And I do want to get 9, 10, and even 8. And hold on to them. So that way when I get 14 and 13, I can just sell them all as a pack. With a system, maybe like a sports system, and get money for it, because 14 sells for like what, $100, $150, And then of course we got these two games. Again, we got the Last Airbender, Avatar Last Airbender for the PS2, and Dance Dance Revolution Max 2. I do have the gamepad that I picked up from Columbus. This one guy next to me was selling it for like, he gave me it for $25 with the regular gamepad, the one that folds and go in the box. It's like made out of like a nylon material, but the one he had is like a big piece of glass that you just put on the ground and you step on. It is like very, very, very unique. I know some of you guys may understand where I'm coming from. For all the other ones, it's downstairs, so I can't explain that. I should have brought it up here to show it to you guys, but I didn't think about showing it until now. I am still in a lot of pain. I've been stopped taking the narcotics because that stuff will get you hooked on painkillers and stuff, and that's not my cup of tea. So I'd rather deal with the pain than to get stuck on that crap. Because just because doctors give it to you don't mean it's natural and it's healthy for you. So keep that in mind. So like I said, this Saturday I just passed will be the first week that I'm recuperating from my surgery, all the way up until today being Wednesday. So the Saturday before this Saturday that passed, I had shoulder surgery, and the Saturday before that, I went out and I got some decent stuff thrifting. Guy named Gene sold me almost 40 games. Actually, for $84, I got some toys and I got almost 40 games. All PS1 and PS2 titles for only $84. I got the original Mumra from the Thundercats, but I got the one that comes with Mermut. You know, Mumra in decaying form, in his regular mummy form, but in good condition. Nevertheless, I got a boxed, brand new, sealed Micro Machine Star Wars TIE Fighter. Two other toys I can't remember right now. And then the PS2 games and the PS1 games. So let me tell you the PS1 games. I got that stuff right here because I can't see it and I don't have enough room to have everything here. Plus, I'm kind of in my box of briefs, and I want to be respectful to people. And at the same time, give myself privacy. This was actually in there. I normally don't keep third-party stuff, but this is really cool and it holds a lot of memory, so that's why I kept it. And we all know you need a lot of memory for the PS. There's water's in here too for the PS, for the original PlayStation stuff. Says it holds 1,440 blocks of memory. So that's a decent amount of stuff for your games. It's made by a company called Performance, so that was in there too. And moving on. So for the PlayStation, we got Activision Classics, Area 51, Army Men World War, Team Assault, same game, and Bugs Bunny Lost in Time. That's like a $30 to $40 game sold on eBay. That's basically almost half of what I pay for everything. Crusaders of Might and Magic. I believe Driver was one of them. Namco Museum Volume 1, Need for Speed, High Stakes, Nuclear Strike. And then you have Ridge. You have here Pro Pinball, Big Race USA, Ridge Racer Type 4, Rayman 2, The Great Escape, Rayman also. When I say Rayman, I mean the original Rayman, but it's the greatest hits version. Then we also have Soviet Strike, Star Wars, The Jedi. No, I'm sorry, Star Wars Episode 1, Jedi Power Battles. The Land Before Time, The Lost World, Jurassic Park. I think WCW Nitro, Vanishing Point, and Warriors of Might and Magic. So we got those for the original PlayStation. All right, then moving on to these titles here. These are all PS2 games. Just bear me a second, because again, like I said, I had right shoulder surgery, so it's hard to pick up this stuff. This is probably about 17 or 18 games, starting from the top to bottom. These all came from Gene. Like I said, I paid him $84 for everything I just mentioned. And this is for the PS2. You have Resident Evil 4. This game is actually in pristine condition, even though it doesn't have the case. My shoulder is still kind of locking and it hurts. Ow! It's hard to lift. But look at that condition. Ooh. It's still hard to move my arm out and then up. It hurts. All right, and then here, so we have Dance Revolution Extreme 2. So we have Extreme 2 and Max 2. Then we have these two games I'm definitely not keeping. ATV Off-Road Fury 2 and 3. I'm waiting to get my hands on one again. Now I'll just sell those as a bundle. We have Driver 3, Bad Boys, which is the original Martin Lawrence and Will Smith movie game. Fugitive Hunter, I'm not keeping that. Then we have Greatest Hits, Resident Evil Code Veronica X, Ultimate Spider-Man, WWF, SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, Final Fantasy 12 and 11. Then we have Star Wars, The Clone Wars, Republic Heroes, Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. We have Sly Cooper and the Thieves. We have Tomb Raider, The Angel of Darkness, Secret Agent Clank. We have Destroy All Humans 1 and 2. Then we also have Jack X Commanding Racing. Well, I'm sorry, Combat Racing. Jesus Christ. We have another copy of Tomb Raider Anniversary, or whatever the hell it is. Then we have Ratchet and Clank Size Matters. I think some of these games I do have, so I'll just basically be either upgrading my. I'll probably most likely be upgrading the games I do have or the cases, and whatever I have doubles of, I'll just sell them, trade them, sell them, or move them on. So that's basically that. Water got in here too. I don't know how that. It's amazing. Like I said, it's like something trying to stop me. At least I got further in this video. Than I did in the last one. And the reason why, because I was basically trying to show the stuff that Vinny gave me for free when he came to pick me up last Thursday. It hit the mouse, and that stopped the video from showing. So I showed you guys a PS5. I showed you that stuff. I didn't show this. Maybe somebody out there may want to do a trade. I only want to trade for one that's in the box because I got this by mistake. I got this well over a month ago. This same one in the box I got when I was buying my storage units. When I was buying a lot of storage units back in late 2019, right before 2020. I got the same one in a box, and I got them mixed up because I know the Xbox did two versions of Minecraft, and I keep getting them mixed up. They did a white one, then they did one I think it's like a blue or greenish or something like that. That's the one I need. And I brought this. The guy wanted 200 all day, and I kept thinking about it. And toward the end of the day, they got desperate, and they wound up just giving it to me for the 140 because I wasn't budging. So I bought this for 140. Then I came home, got mad, realized that I had the same specific one. So this one is for trade. It's not for sale. I only want to trade it for another special edition Xbox. That's all I want to do with this. I just want to trade it for an additional one because I have two of these. So that's that. There's no exceptions for that. And let me show you guys this stuff. This stuff, where the hell did I get it from? Did I show you guys this already? I probably got mixed up the other video, so whatever. These did come from thrifting. These were all $2 each. I got these from Second Avenue. All their original PlayStation, original Xbox, up to Xbox 360 and PS3. All their games are $1.99, making them only $2. Any game, any title, unless it's like vintage games like cartridge games and PS4 and Xbox One. These are all only unless they are having a 50% off, then they're $1. So starting with the top, we got 4 PS3 games, and then we got 6 PS2 games and 1 Wii. So beginning with the top, for the PS3, we have the Simpsons game, we have Amazing Spider-Man, we have NBA Baller Chosen One, and we have Need for Speed, The Run. Then for the original PS2, we have two copies of the greatest hits. We have Ratchet Deadlock. We have Ratchet and Clank Going Commando. And then the regular PS2 titles, we have Prince of Persia Warrior Within. We have Tomb Raider Anniversary again. So I have this game twice, maybe 3 times, because I probably have it in my collection anyway. We have Spy Hunter 2, which I think I already have this game. Then we have Orphan, Scion of Sorcery. That I know I got from Red, White, and Blue, so that wasn't part of this. That was probably like a $4 game. And then we have SpongeBob SquarePants Globs of Doom for the Wii, which I think I also have that same game for the, I think the DS or the 3DS. So I do gotta go through here and reorganize all my games because it's all over the place. So yeah, and this one here, this is Donkey Kong Jungle Beat for the Wii. This I actually got with another 7 to 9 games that I got from a lady back in late October, maybe the first week in November, at the Columbus Flea Market. And I know I needed Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, but I needed it for the GameCube because I have the box and I have the Congos to go along with the box. So when I saw this, I got excited, and I was like, okay, now I have the game. Either way, it doesn't matter because I have backwards compatible Wiis. And at the end of the day, even though I have the GameCube Congo drum, I could most likely still use that to control this on the Wii. You know what I'm saying? But I would still love to get the GameCube version of this so I can complete the box. And I think I gave her I think we settled on 70 or 75. She wanted 120 for everything, including I think a DS or a DS Lite she had, but it was kind of beat up. So then she only knocked off like $20, and I thought that was crazy. And I told her, listen, I'll do 60 for everything. She wasn't doing it. I walked around, I was walking back to my spot, and I was still like, nah, you know what, Mike, don't let it go. So I went back to her and I said, listen, I'll do 65 or 70. And I think we settled on 75 or something like that. That was including this and some other titles that were definitely well worth it. And I have since kept a couple of games I needed out of that, including this, and I sold the other games, and I made back what I gave her anyway. So it worked out for the best. Sometimes, you can't get mad at nobody. And, sometimes if somebody say no, you just gotta, if you know you're getting a good deal, don't try to play the long game, because playing the long game is gonna be real short. Because people do that with me all the time. They're like, oh yeah, I should have brought it. I said, yeah, you should have. And I keep it like that, and I keep it moving. Because some people just think, oh, because this, that, and the third. Nah, that's not the way it works, man. You want something, don't play the long game and think because somebody's selling stuff they're desperate, and doesn't mean just because you want it and you left it, somebody else is gonna do the same. Some people make deals. Some people pay what you want. Some people try to make a deal, and you're like, okay, you're still off. Sometimes even if they offer the same price you offered, just because sometimes they'll give it to somebody else just because you were a smart aleck about it. That happens a lot because I do that sometimes too. These I got on for the Black Friday sale. We got Marvel Avengers. This was I think I paid like 25 or 30 bucks for this. It's still going for $59.99 or 54, something like that. Everybody says it's a great game. I still didn't play it yet, but I brought it at that price. This game I always wanted. While everybody was asking about the PS5 and the new Xbox, I was still running around asking GameStops, hey, do you have Squadron? Do you have Squadron for any system? No, we don't have it used, only new. I didn't want to pay 40 bucks for it just in case I didn't like the game. But everybody said it was a good game. But I think they had this on sale for like 17. It was under 20 bucks, so I grabbed it. Same thing with these. I should have got the Mario one, and I didn't. I didn't realize that these sell for 30 bucks, $29.99. I thought they were like $14.99 or something like that. And when I went back just recently, like maybe about a week ago, I seen these priced at $24 or $29.99. So I got the the King Koopa Big Boss one, and I got the It's on Donkey Kong one. $7 I got them for. So that was definitely really cool. This guy here I had for probably about 2 years in my garage. It was all over the place, and I decided to bring this in. This is a cleaner for the GameCube. For the Game Gear. And it's kind of messed up, and climate done did a lot of damage to it. But the liquid is still in there. So I made sure of that before I brought it in. I just gotta wipe it down, and I'll put it with the Game Gear. Speaking of what I picked up for Christmas Eve, I got this bad boy. It was a $19.99. This is just in their the area they have. They have a basket where they just put like a lot of stuff. in red, white, and blue, and it comes on and everything. Unfortunately, the reason why one of the other guys left it because he said it had no sound to it. I picked it up anyway. I figured for $20, I've been trying to get one of these Game Boy Colors, so I didn't care. I mean, it is missing. I mean, $20 is a lot considering that it doesn't have the sound and it is missing the battery cover. These normally do sell around $50-$60. I very rarely see them in the markets, and when I do see them, they're in really bad condition, dirty and all scuffed up. But it does have a major issue. The speaker doesn't work in it. That battery cover is nothing, so I'm not really worried about that as much as the speaker. But I don't know why I picked it up for $20, but I did. Then this guy here, and his arm. I don't want to make a mistake. And this guy here, same thing. This is in a bag, $34.99. Everybody left it behind because the thumb piece here was out, and it had a whole bunch of like buttons. It had a whole bunch of the clear white buttons, and it had the black directional pad in the back loose, and you can see it. And I guess if you really look at the bag, you can see a lot of scuffs on the screen. But to me, the scuffs on the screen for these don't mean nothing, because when you're watching a movie and all you playing a game, it's like you don't even the contrast and how high and how much depth and quality you show or have in here, you don't see it. You only see it when it's off, but when it's on, you don't see it at all. Even if you go like this, you don't see it. And but I was confused. I was like, I don't remember. It's been so long. I don't remember the original PSP having a white one. So I don't know if this is original, or maybe somebody took off the faceplate and changed the buttons, or took off the faceplate, the original one, and put the white one and rechanged the buttons. I don't know, but I did notice that it did have. I thought it had a game inside. There's a sample disc in there, but still a UMD in here. It came with another game, puzzle challenge, crossword, which is garbage to me, but it was in here with that, and I knew, I'm like, okay, well, the charger is at least worth $10 to $15 for a PSP charger, and the way the bag was very loose and baggy, so I was able to open up the battery. Man, I gotta shave again. This is like really getting on my damn nerves. See, my hair grows naturally curly, so my whiskers down here are like thick. I don't have like regular African American facial hair. You understand? Like that's why we notice you see it like it grows out straight and weird. I have hair like a Dominican, like my hair grows naturally curly. So my whiskers and my beard, it doesn't curl up and grow like an average guy. It grows out kind of like a white boy. So it's all over the place and it's irritating me. But anyway, so the battery, when I took it out, I noticed that the battery wasn't imploded. So I'm like, oh, the battery's still good. Now, PSP batteries go anywhere from $20 to $60, depending on if they're original or not. And this is the original. I think it is. Let me open it up again. I didn't now think about it. Yeah, it is the original. It is the 3.6 volt. They have another one, I think it's a 3.8 or 4.0 they made, which gives you more, what do we call that? I'm not going to butcher it by acting like I know what I'm talking about. But I did take it out and I caught it, and I did notice that the battery is still skinny, and I was like, wow, okay, $34.99, hey, no problem. For $34, I'm getting a battery at least, and I'm getting whatchamacallit. Of course, it's weird. When I had it in the bag, it closed better than this. Now I don't. Okay, there it is. I was about to say, now I don't want to close. And I realized when it closed the way it's supposed to close, I was like, yep, battery's still good. So I was like, I'm gonna take my chance. Normally they're $24 and $29.99. A couple of times I've seen them having just a PSP, and they had it for $59.99, and people still brought it. They brought it on 50% off days, and so I grabbed it. Even though I had crappy games, brought it home, and right now the battery is dying. I plugged it up for like 20 minutes. The battery took. Right now the battery's dying. It's like the battery's like dead basically. But and look at it, like I said, you don't see no distortion. You don't see no scratches or anything. But once you turn it off, you do. So this was in the bottom. I pushed it back in and it went right on. So there was one of the times when I took a chance and it paid off. So paying $34 for this was definitely well worth it. So I look at it like I paid 54 because, like I said, sometimes there've been times when they had these for $59.99, and I brought them, and other people brought them. And oh, Mega Man passed out over here. Speaking of them, since I'm already doing this video, let me show you guys this. Let me show you, man. And these are all they all came from Red, White, and Blue. No. 3 came from Red, White, and Blue. 1 came from Second Avenue. And 2, I basically paid $50 for both. Because I got them both on a 50% off day the same week. 1 I got from Second Avenue was $49.99. Manager hooked it up for $25.99. Because it was more than that. And then he said, all right, I'm going to put it down for $49.99. Then by the time he came back, I already paid for it. So it was half of that. So that was pretty cool. And then the same week I got it for on Senior's Day and Red, White, and Blue. And then I think the other 2, I think one I paid $40 and the other one I paid probably $50, and they both came with stuff. That's why I got them, and they all work. I do think some need batteries. Or I think 1 or 2 need, yeah. This one needs a battery and I think a battery cover. And the other 2, I think just 2 of them need the thumb piece. Yeah, because this one has a case. This one I think I paid more for because it has a case over it. So 2 of them need the little thumb piece here. And 1 needs a battery and a battery cover. And some people may ask, damn, bro, let me see. I think maybe 1 or 2 of them do need a battery too. I don't even know. Had them for a while. This one I think is good. Yep, this one is still good. Make sure there's no game in here. Oh, there's a game. Hellboy the movie, I guess. Put that back. This one. It's always hard to take this battery cover off. You don't want to break it. Yep, battery's still fine in that one. I need to take the batteries out of these, to be honest, so that way they don't get messed up, because that's how they get messed up. This one also has a game in it. Has 007. So I got to take the batteries out of that. And they all work. They've all been tested. And this one, they all have the same battery, that 3.6 volts. I would probably trade these for some other models or other color ones I need. This one also had a game. It has Sudoku. Crappy game. So I know I gotta order 2 of those PSP thumb things, and I gotta order 1 case and 1 All right, well, at least this one didn't have a game in it. I think they all work. I gotta test them all out again just to make sure. But 3 had games in it. Well, 1 had a game and 2 had a game and 1 had a movie. So, yep. Yeah, buddy. So that's that. All right. Before I show this, let me show you guys what I'm doing. Now, over here, I have something I brought. I brought a beat up Foot Locker, and over the summertime, I think around spring or summer I did that. I made like a NES Nintendo out of a Foot Locker, which is pretty cool. It came out beautiful. And since then, I've been doing stuff like this. Came from Second Avenue, right around late summer, early fall, late summer. I got this. It was like a regular gray, scuffed up, flat, like dirty gray battleship color. And they were celebrating that weekend. They were celebrating their first year of being open at Second Avenue, and me and Isaiah happened to, go there. And furniture, they had that just out there, and I said, "Oh, how much is this?" And I saw it said $39.99. I knew it wasn't gonna fit my Mustang, so I brought my boy Tony's truck the next day. So I brought it that day, and they said you got 24 hours to pick it up. I already knew what I was gonna do with it, and as you see here, I went out and brought some expensive spray paint. I know how to paint, so I don't have to never worry about that. And I know what I'm doing. So it had both doors. The doors come off, and then the shelves come out and everything. So it's like a 3-day process. The same day I brought it, before I took his truck back, I scrubbed everything, washed it, put it in the basement, let everything air dry. Came out the next day, washed it again so I can get rid of whatever sut was left. Then I let it air dry another day, and actually it was 4-day process, because one day was all prep and then paint, and then the other day was use the acrylic and then let dry, and then I think the 6th day or I think 6 or 7 days, within 8 days it was up here, and of course it still was a strong paint smell, but now like if it gets hot in my house or any kind of climate, I won't have to worry about it running or sticking to anything. So that's perfect. And I painted it that color. Oh, this is the kid I was waiting for. Give me 1 second, you guys. Hey, what's up, bro? Yeah, that's fine. My cousin ain't gonna, the little punk ain't gonna be here until 5:30, 6 o'clock. He got our errand to run. All right, I'll see you when you get here, man. All right. All right, well, I gotta finish off this video because I got this kid coming to pick up stuff. He buys all my autograph stuff, and I do have a lot of autograph shit, and he pays for it. He's like from Palestinian kid. These guys walk around with crazy money and the cars I don't even want to talk about it. Real cool kid though. So anyhow, I already forgot what I was talking about. I'm just happy he's coming. So, okay. See, I got stuff all over the place, man. So anyway, let me show you guys this stuff, because I already showed you all that, and then I'm gonna show you the toys. I gotta do all that stuff before 20 minutes, because he gets here. He'll be here by 3:10. I got this PS3 thrifting. I got on the 50% off. They only had it for $6.99, so I got it for half of $6.99. Plugged it up, made sure it worked. It works fine. Came home, tested it. It plays movies great, video games, and I already restored it back to its original state. And it is a 80 gig. It is the regular line 80 gig. I do have the same model, the expensive 80 gig, the backwards compatible 80 gig that comes with 4 USBs and everything. That's there. I marked the back of this to make sure I know it's an 80 gig. So now I have that 80 gig and I have this 80 gig. I did find somebody threw away the 60 gig PS3 box. I can't use my right arm. If you look, let's see, right where my finger is going up and down, that is a part of the 360 box. I mean the PS3 60 gig box. That was just sitting on the ground ready to be thrown away at the market, and I grabbed that. So now I gotta do is get an 80 gig version of it, and then get the 80 gig version of this, which they're both hard to come by. It's hard to come by. It's harder to come by PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 2 boxes lately than it is the 360s and even PS1 and stuff like that. So that's crazy. And then so that's the 80 gig. So yeah. And then here we got the 120 gig slim. Same thing. I got this the week after. I can't say the exact day, but if I got one on a Tuesday, I probably got this on a Tuesday too. So it's probably 7 days apart. This one came with nothing, but the electronic guy hooked me up and let me at least use his plug that he had his Bluetooth speaker receiver hooked up to. So I used that real quick just to make sure this worked, because they didn't have any other cord. And this was actually $14.99, so it wound up being $7.49, and it works perfect. I did the same thing. I came home, I already plugged it up and everything. On the bottom here, it is missing one of the rubber boots. So but it came straight out from him, straight to me. The other one was actually on the shelf for a while. This one came straight to me, and I wasn't even hesitating. I was like, it's not gonna cost me nothing to look it up. To plug it up, plugged up and everything, it works fine. So came home and it's a 120 gig one, and it is perfect. So because I have the same exact one here, I'm gonna put this one on top of this. I was just waiting to do this video, and the same body and everything is right here, but that's a 160 gig. I think it's a 150 or 160 gig. So that's either 150 or 160 gig. This is the 120. And it's the same exact model. So, yeah. And like I said, you know, try to get boxes for all of them so I can actually just have different variations. That's my plan. So yeah, moving on to that stuff. Over time, let me show you guys this stuff. The beginning of the summer, I got these. I know these things go for a lot of money. Surprisingly, I think I showed this in other videos, but I'll show it again. Surprisingly, these are Bandai SH figure arts. I guess you could like do different poses with these, and people make artwork or whatever out of them. The man came out first, and surprisingly, it was only priced at $1.99 in red, white, and blue. I was so shocked. I was like, what? I was praying if they had 50 of them come out, I'd have grabbed all of them. When they first opened up and started doing business, yo, they was come out with some sick shit. And this came out, and then later on in the day, this lady had this. This came out, and I missed it. And she had it in her hand. I was like, Miss, please don't buy it. Please don't buy it. When she put it down, I walked over gradually and just acting casual. Made a long story short, grabbed it, and she was like, oh, shit. And it was all $1.99 too. So the man and the female version of this, only $1.99 each. And they both, I can sell both of them right now for $170 all day. For these Bandai SH figure out. I've never even seen these, so that's pretty cool. This guy I got on the 50% off in one of my thrift shops. I'm not gonna mention the name. They had a price at $100. I knew even at $100 that was extremely cheap for this. Now some people might say, "Damn, why a thrift shop?" You know, let's face it. If I had a thrift shop, I'd be selling my stuff for eBay prices too. Because just because it's a thrift shop don't mean that you gotta thrift your shit. Now, I do understand for some people it's like, it's all about whatever. But, I do understand some people say, well, damn, they get the shit for free. That's true, but they have a lot of overhead. And even though they get stipends from the government and they don't pay they're in a whole different tax racket. I do get it too. But again, if I had a thrift shop and this thing sells for $150 to $200 on eBay, I'll probably be selling it for around $180 myself. But it was only $99, and at $99.99, I was waiting on a girl dealing with somebody else who was buying some video game stuff. A cool guy, and I got some stuff. He got some stuff, and this other guy came up and he's like, "Oh, miss, can I see that?" And she was like, "Yeah, hold on." And I said, "No. I'm sitting right here. Remember, I asked you first." And he kind of looked at me like, and I was standing there for it. And she was like, "Oh yeah, that's true." So she said, "Oh, you want it?" I said, "Hell yeah, I want it." So she gave it to me, and he got mad. I don't care. And even at $100, it was worth it. And it was actually 50% off for that. So I only paid $49.99 for this Storm Toys Sagat. That was like 3 months ago. So yeah, you got all that crap. So this stuff I got from my man Tony. Tony, the guy who took me out, and I went and I got stuff. So let me show you guys this stuff first. Last time I tried to do this, the video stopped. Oh, this ain't it. Yeah, it's not it. So he gave me this stuff for free. All right. So first, surprisingly, he gave me 3DS Mario Kart 7, and it is in here. He gave me that for free. This game is a shooter. I love it. I love shooters, and it looks really, really nice. And it's called Platice or Platotice or something like that. Anyways, a shooter. He gave me that, and it is in there. Looks like a great shooter. I like the way the graphics look. Capcom Puzzle World. That's not in there, unfortunately. Something else is in here, but whatever. For the 360, Iron Man 2. He gave me PS2. He gave me Space Race. I gotta look this up, see if it's worth keeping. Thor for the 360. For the GameCube, Spider-Man. I think I have this already. If I don't, I'll add it, whatever. And of course, for the original PS1 or PlayStation, SmackDown, the original one. I love this game. Right now, the graphics are a little cheesy, but I love the storyline. This is back when THQ first went from the GameCube and the Nintendo 64. Because I thought THQ made the best wrestling games, but once it started hitting the PS2 and more, like now with all the control gimmicks, it's garbage. I do not like. I personally don't like it. Then he gave me this beautiful Game Boy SP case with a lot of games in here. Not a lot of great titles, but again, the stuff was free, and my boy looked out for me. I don't really want to say much because I'm waiting for this kid to come, but it is a copy of Rugrats the movie. Some other miscellaneous games not worth talking about, but it's over 20 games. You got you got Lord of the Rings for the Game Boy Advance, Pac-Man Collection, just a lot of different games. You got Dora Super Spies. There's two of those for the Game Boy Advance. You also have the Lion King 1.5. That one I'm keeping. For the Game Boy Color, you have Mary Kay and Ashley. Operation, like a board game, Monopoly, Strawberry Shortcake, the game, Superstar Adventures for Dora the Explorer, Game Boy Color Tarzan. I think there's two of those in here, or one. There's two. Get a Clue, which is Mary Kay and Ashley game, Disney game for the Game Boy Advance. I mean, it's all over the place here. Some other stuff. Like I said, I'm waiting for this kid to come, so I gotta be quick. It's like about 20. It's like 20 of these games in here, but they were all free. You know, this is stuff he paid for and he gave me for free. Even if they were worth 10 cents a piece, doesn't matter. It was for free and he looked out for me. Plus, this Game Boy Advanced SP case alone is worth at least $10. So that's cool. And I keep this stuff. So that's cool. There was more stuff here. Hopefully this thing dried. Yeah, my shirt dried off a lot of this. Last thing you want is your desk area to be covered in, I'm about to say sugar, in water. I got some games in here that I'm already selling or I want to get rid of, but I'm not going to even bring those games up. Doesn't make no sense. Like I said, this kid is on his way, so I got to be quick. He comes quick because he drives fast, expensive cars, and I got to use the bathroom. Oh, man, I forgot this stuff. Speaking of this. This stuff, where did I get this from? Oh, during my operation, like the day after my operation, the Sunday before last, this lady came through from Facebook Marketplace, and she sold me this for $80. She wanted 150. And she just wanted to get rid of it, and they wanted to hurry up and get money for the and she said, I'll do $80. I said, yeah, but I have surgery. And she said, oh yeah, I forgot you said that. I'm glad everything worked out, blah blah blah. Anyway, her husband came. He's like Middle East, he's like French or something like that. They live like the next town from me. They live in Bloomfield. So anyway, they gave me six 3DS games and the original 2DS in a box with everything, and I even got the cards and everything, so I thought it was definitely worth it. Let's see what I got here. Well, for the 3DS we got Lego Batman 2, Mario Kart 7, we got Project X Zone 2, we got Luigi's Mansion, I already have that one. We have Super Smash Brothers, have that, and we have Lego Ninjago Nindroids. So we got those, and I think it was definitely for $80. I was not gonna argue. I thought that was well worth it. Again, I'm getting a 2DS in the box. I mean, or with the box, so that was fine. And last but not least, this kid gonna be here in another 15 minutes. So I gotta skip that'll. Then this is the stuff I got from Freddie, along with some other stuff. These are the ones I kept. I brought them up here just to do a video. He wasn't in here. There's probably over 60 of the Marvel Universe, aka Marvel Legend 3 3/4, because they changed the name from Marvel Universe to Marvel Legend 3 3/4 figures. There's like different ones in here. And this alone is probably worth about $200 and something. Easy, if you're going to a show, you're probably looking at minimum $5 up to maybe $30 a figure. Man, I would say anywhere from 5 to 20 because none of them have their weapons. But they're in great condition, and there's probably like $250 to $300 in here easy. I mean, if somebody at a show saw this and they say, "Hey, how much you want for the whole bucket?" I'd be like, "Yo, I'll do $250," and they might just say, "Okay," because they could sell the stuff or whatever. But I only paid $60 for this, including a lot of other stuff. And all the other stuff is in the basement. And a lot of the Marvel Legend figures, there are some Marvel Legends in there. But there are some of them that are broken and they are basically meant for... This person was definitely a customizer. Thank God he didn't get a chance to mess with these, but some of the Marvel Legends he had were kind of messed up. And this stuff I got him and the ape from Rampage. I'm selling them. This one I kept this Donkey Kong for my collection. along with this big behemoth. He's definitely worth well over $100-something for this particular Godzilla. He is missing the tip of his tail, so that probably puts him in a $70 to $80 range. But he sells for over 100, 150 sold on eBay, and I think I paid about 10, maybe 12, somewhere between 15 and under for him at the at Red, White, and Blue. Maybe about a month ago. So yeah, let me just put him down. So I gotta end this video because I gotta hurry to get ready for this kid. So anyway, everybody, thanks a lot. Peace, love, and hair grease, and stay collecting what you collect. And thanks for watching. Please like, sub, and comment. Take it easy. 1.